Hey everyone, welcome back for another episode of the Prospect Avenue podcast. I am your host, Chris Baker. This is a Prospect Avenue quick hits edition on this glorious Sunday morning, January 21st, 2024. Lots of action from Friday and Saturday to get to in the world of the Sabres prospects, including a few who find themselves on some decent point streaks here as the calendar has flipped into 2024. Now, before we begin, if you could please like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and follow this podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. And if you could please leave a 5-star review. All right, we're going to dive right in and get this train rolling here. We're going to start in the American Hockey League, where Viktor Neuchev continued his recent hot play of late, picking up another goal Saturday while playing on a line with Graham Slaggert and Brendan Warren in the Amerks' big 7-3 victory over Springfield. Neuchev is proving to be a model of acclimation and development this season for Seth Appert's squad down in Rochester. After gathering 4 points in his first 18 games, Neuchev has been excellent over the last month. He has 9 points in his last 9 games, and he's currently on a 6-game point streak. So good to see the young Russian winger getting his season moving in a good direction here as the Amerks hit the second half of the season. Now, Lukas Rousek also had an assist in that win over the Thunderbirds to extend his point streak to 13 games. And Isak Rosen scored the first shorthanded goal of his AHL career. So Rousek and Rosen now leading the Amerks with 26 points apiece this season. Now, the Amerks were without Tyson Kozak on Saturday. He was taken out with a hit from behind Friday night in the Amerks win over Utica. And it was really nice to see Brendan Warren come to the defense of his fallen teammate. That's what you do here when a hit is made in that manner. Seth Appert was not happy when Kozak went down and Warren came quickly to Kozak's defense. We'll see what's going to take shape here with Kozak in the next few days as we look forward to getting updates in Seth Appert's regular press conferences. We're going to go over now to the NCHC, where Matteo Costantini has just kept his recent hot stretch of play going over the weekend. He picked up a goal and 2 assists as the Broncos earned the NCHC split with Minnesota Duluth. So now Costantini's point streak has been extended to 12 games. Now, that recent surge that he's been on that began back on November 24th has elevated him to 6 goals and 22 points through 22 games this season with Western Michigan. And coming into the season, Costantini had earned just 24 points through his first 60 collegiate contests in 2 seasons at the University of North Dakota. Going to head over now to the Western Hockey League, where Matthew Savoie launched a quick shot, a little rocket, for a shorthanded goal and added a pair of assists Saturday in Moose Jaw's win over Swift Current. So that gives Savoie a 13-game point streak in the Western Hockey League. He has 4 goals, including 2 shorties, and 10 total points in 4 games since joining the Warriors, which have all been Moose Jaw victories. So now with 34 points in 15 WHL contests this season, Savoie has 2.27 points per game, and that leads all of major junior skaters in the CHL. So good to see Savoie making an early impact, as you would expect with his new club in Moose Jaw. One other quick note of a point streak that's been happening up in the QMJHL is Vsevolod Komarov, the big right-handed defenseman. He's on a 7-game point streak right now. He has 3 goals and 14 assists in 14 games since being dealt from Quebec to the Drummondville Voltigeur. So he's now a point per game player right up there near the top of the Sabres prospects leaderboards this season. He has 36 points in total. Now that big right-handed defenseman, he's going to look to keep it going Sunday afternoon when the Volts face his former team, the Remparts. We're going to head over now to Sweden for an update on Noah Ostlund, who's been playing very well, coming off a nice performance at the World Junior Championship. So Ostlund had another goal and an assist Saturday for Växjö in their win over Airbro, a 4-0 victory. And he's now on the first 5-game point streak of his professional career. Now, Ostlund coming back from the World Juniors, we've seen it before where he gets it clicking pretty quickly here. He received a similar boost last season upon returning from the World Juniors, where he posted points in his first 3 games as part of him going onto this stretch of 16 games where he amassed 6 goals and 9 assists. So it came back last year with the hot hand. He's come back this year with the hot hand, points in all 4 games since returning from the World Juniors. And he also had a point in his last game prior to leaving for Team Sweden to put him on that 5-game point streak. Another note, if we go back to the Western Hockey League, just want to mention defenseman Mats Lindgren. Now, he's a left shot playing for the Red Deer Rebels. He himself is on a 3-game point streak, but it's currently on hold due to an injury. So he has been out of the lineup with an undisclosed ailment for the last 3 games. He missed Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday tilts for the Rebels. So we'll be looking to get more information on Lindgren here moving forward, but he currently leads all Red Deer defensemen this season with 20 assists and 97 shots on goal. Again, we'll see how long he has to wait to see if he can take that 3-game point streak up to 4. More to come on that. Going to make another quick pit stop now back to college hockey as we keep this train rolling here in the Quick Hits edition. Want to make it real fast here on this Sunday, get you out for your shopping, maybe get you to brunch before the big game, get a Bloody Mary in you before the Bills take on the Chiefs. Go Bills. Now to the Big Ten. Here we go with Aaron Huglen. Aaron Huglen scored his 5th goal this season Saturday as number 10 Minnesota completed the Big Ten sweep of Ohio State. Huglen playing mostly third-line center this year for Bob Motzko's Gophers. He has points in 3 straight, 3 goals and 3 assists in his last 8 outings there in Dinkytown. So good to see. 2-way forward, pretty decent on faceoffs, very responsible player and an important role player for the Gophers in the middle of their lineup. And we are going to finish up the Quick Hits edition of this podcast with a quick note from Finland, where Viljami Marjala was announced just on Saturday that he has inked a 1-year extension with TPS Turku that should keep him in Finland for another season. Now, this gives him insurance. He has a place to play next season. The Sabres hold his rights until June 1st of 2025. They could elect to give him a contract and bring him over to the AHL next season, or they could loan him back to TPS Turku for 1 more year. We'll see. They're not on the clock, so to speak, with that contract decision. They have until 2025, so we'll see where it goes. But that contract extension, nonetheless, is a nice early birthday present for Marjala. He's set to turn 21 on January 29th. Marjala picked up a goal that looked to deflect off his butt, and he also had an assist Saturday in a 4-1 victory over Luco. That was his 7th multi-point game of the season. And Marjala is currently now with 9 goals and 26 points this season. He's chasing TPS's rookie scoring record of 38 points, that was set by Capo Caco in 2018-19. So again, Marjala right now, 26 points with 17 games to go, currently on pace for 37. So he has to keep this production going here. He's on a nice little stretch right now over the last batch of games, and we'll see if he can get that record of 39. Again, 17 games left for Marjala to do it. That's something that we'll be tracking. That's it. Quick Hits edition is over and done with. Wishing you all a happy Sunday. Go Bills. We'll see you again next time here on Prospect Avenue.